Good evening, I'm Stacey Amos for News Channel 8, and these are the top stories that we have for you tonight. Blackouts on both islands. We'll talk to WAPA Executive Director Hugo Hodge to see how we're looking for the weekend. Former Senator Holland Redfield makes it official today, and we have Bogle's Entertainment Report. Those stories and more up next for you on News Channel 8. In our top story tonight, St. Thomas was on rolling blackouts yesterday, and parts of St. Croix experienced a blackout late last night as well. News Channel 8's Wes Small is on the line with Executive Director Hugo Hodge to find out if this problem will continue through the weekend.
Here's the Executive Director of the Water and Power Authority, Hugo Hodge. Please, Mr. Hodge, tell us exactly what's going on with rotating power outages on St. Thomas and what we experienced on St. Croix last night.
Both situations have been resolved at this time, so I'm pleased to report that both islands are back on at this moment. What we had on St. Thomas night before last, somewhere around 11 something, there was a unit 23 that tripped, 22 had tripped prior, but we're able to meet low with the one unit gone. But when 23 tripped as well, with IGB failure, it actually caused a shortfall in generation for the next morning. That night we had enough load to meet demand at night, but as we got to the morning hours and the peak started to come in, we did have a problem with meeting loads. We did a rotation of about 2 or sometimes 3 feeders at a time for 2-hour periods to bridge the gap during the peak hours. We were able to get it back online this morning. Had a brief setback later on, right around lunchtime, but it's back online now, and we're working out some of the kinks in that unit. So all power has pretty much been restored, with maybe some of the one large generator out right now. On St. Croix, one of our units, we had unit 17, which feeds into one of the waste heat boilers. So we had the power from that unit plus the free power we were getting through via the waste heat boiler. And when we lost 17, all of those circuits came open. There were about 4 or 5 circuits that came open on St. Croix. We were able to put 19 online and bring them back up. Did some investigation in Unit 17. We finally had a hard ground, and we've been doing work today to rectify that. I saw the unit come back online earlier. They're doing some testing. We should be putting it back in service, and all is well on St. Croix right now. But it wasn't as serious of a situation on St. Croix, as we only had a trip for that moment, maybe like about 45 minutes on St. Croix. Of course, the timing was not good since it was right in line with the NBA Finals that was coming on, but it's never a good time for outage for that matter.
We'd like to thank Hugo Hodge for his time today. In other news, former Senator Holland Redfield officially declared his candidacy for the office of Delegate to Congress. News Channel 8's Wes Small was at the press conference held earlier today, live on air at WSTX AM 970.
Well, that's it. The hats are being thrown in the political ring. And former Senator Holland Redfield has an announcement to make today, and I don't think it's a secret. He is running for Delegate to Congress. Right now, we're going to go to his announcement here at WJKC Productions Communications here in Gallows Bay on his noon show. And we're going to go to some questions. Is there any department here in the VI government that should not, forget what should not be taken over by the United States government?
Wes, that's an interesting approach to it. First of all, I think what we have to do is grow up and take on our own responsibilities. I clearly understand the anxiety out there in this community regarding this. You know, they're saying if the leadership cannot handle these things, maybe somebody else should. The problem is that we've worked very hard to get to this point. I think what we have to do is rise to the moment, rise to the occasion, and get on with it and take on these responsibilities. You can't be tugging on Uncle Sam's beard at the same time holding your hand out. What you have to do is you've got to ask for a helping hand, not a handout. What you have to do is the federal government has got to compel us to take on these responsibilities.
The deadly LEOC bill from WAPA, why a lot of people are leaving the territory.
It's the number one issue, again, in my platform. And I stated earlier, I think the governor of the Virgin Islands should declare a energy emergency. We are in a death struggle on this issue, and the envelope of opportunity is very short. Nobody is going to come into a place with a per capita situation with this issue of energy where it is so high that you can't compete. So it's something. It is number one. It relates to everything here. It relates to crime. It relates to everything. Basically, again, when a community is on its knees and can't even afford to turn a light on or attract any business in here, the only answer for us here is to grow our way out of this problem. We can't tax our way out of it. We can't lay our people off out of it. We've reached a point where we've got to get on with economic development, and the biggest hindrance, again, is this energy issue. It is like going to the dentist and having a root canal without Novocaine.
Good luck to all our political candidates this year. At JKC Communications, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
A 13-year-old boy is in the hospital this evening after he was recently attacked by a vicious dog. News Channel 8's Wes Small has that story and the tragic story of a man who kicked a little dog so hard that the dog's pelvis was severely damaged.
Stacy, I know that you're a dog lover, so we're going to get right to it here with Moises St. Croix Animal Shelter. Talk about two cases. First, a dog bite situation, and we understand that you got that dog under control, but not before he took a big chunk out of a young 13-year-old, I believe, by LBJ, as he was going to retrieve bait from his dad's house there, and the dog escaped. And Moises, tell us about that situation.
Yeah, well, that's a situation happened on Saturday. And the sad part of it is that we was not informed immediately about the incident. We had Sergeant Brown came in here yesterday, and he told me about the incident that he had a dog, a pit bull, a white pit bull, went and attacked a 13-year-old child and ripped off part of his skin. And he showed me the photos, and I said, no, this is very severe. This is a vicious dog that caused this. So let's go and pick up this dog. And he said at first he was going to investigate to see which dog caused these injuries to this boy, and eventually he called us and we went together with a VIPD and removed this dog.
Has the dog been put down?
No, the dog is still here. The dog, we want to see how this dog reacts. We want to make sure it's the right dog. I think the police is doing the investigation to determine that this is the right dog, because people sometimes what they do is they give you the wrong dog. You see, they play it off and they say, well, it was a white dog, and they go give you the
less
wrong.
Valuable dog, maybe.
Yes.
Cruelty to animals, cruelty to humans. Keep your pets spayed and neutered and under control. A horrendous situation. I want to show you this man's picture. It took us a while to get it. His name is Khalid Ferdinand. April 17th. We've all heard about the horrendous thing, Moises, where he kicked the pelvis loose on a little toy dog near the steps at Sunny Isle. Moises, what do you have to say about this situation?
You know, a situation like that is very sad. You know, it was a small dog. It's not an aggressive dog. It was a friendly dog that usually walk around Sunny Isles area to Sign Farm. This dog was not a threat to no one. And for no reason, they kicked this dog so hard that it caused some severe injury to the pelvic. And that's cruel and that's wrong. There's no reason to do that. And I'm very happy that the VIPD is working with us to make sure that we get justice for situation like this.
I'm Wes Small with Moises at the St. Croix Animal Shelter for News Channel 8.
If you know anything more about this vicious attack or others, please contact Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS, the VIPD, or 911. Coming up, the Caribbean region is top of mind when it comes to energy. That's next in your Caribbean Report.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
Now here's your Caribbean Report. From the Caribbean region, CARICOM governments are being urged not to burden the region's tourism sector with excessive taxation intended to shore up weak fiscal positions. Regional tourism officials say higher travel taxes and duties imposed in overseas source markets are already affecting the industry, and now point to moves by Jamaica and Antigua and Barbuda to introduce new travel taxes. Also from the Caribbean region, the University of the West Indies will unveil the Caribbean Disaster Risk Atlas on Monday. This atlas, the major output of the disaster vulnerability and risk assessment mapping for Jamaica and the wider Caribbean, is funded by the World Bank to about $510,000 through its Global Facility for Disaster Reduction and Recovery. Continuing with the Caribbean, the region is rich in renewable energy and possesses tremendous capacity for solar, geothermal, tidal, and wind projects. That's according to Jay Yao, president of Solomon Energy, which is building the largest solar energy plant in the Caribbean. Yao said investment in renewables, especially solar, will not only lower the cost of energy across the region, but help create 11 times more jobs than natural gas or coal. Also from the Caribbean, member countries of the Caribbean Regional Fisheries Mechanism now have a more focused agenda for improving sustainable fisheries and aquaculture coming out of the 6th meeting of the CRFM's Ministerial Council that was hosted back on June 15th in Nassau. From the Caribbean, all 16 member groups of CCRIF have earned themselves a 25% premium rebate off their hurricane and earthquake insurance for 2012-2013. This is according to the United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction's Regional Office for the Americas. And finally, for the Caribbean region, Barbados is among 5 CARICOM territories that are raising red flags within the United States Department of State for their failures to advance further in the fight against human trafficking. According to the department's 2012 trafficking report released on Tuesday, Barbados, Haiti, Suriname, the Bahamas, and Jamaica are on the Tier 2 watch list. From Antigua, concerns over Antigua and Barbuda's fisheries resources are receiving attention from heads of the sub-regional grouping, the OECS. Prime Minister Baldwin Spencer announced, even as he pledged support for Japan over its plan to continue hunting whales. In recent weeks, concerns ranging from overfishing to fishing methods have raged among industry stakeholders who are also calling for a closed season for harvesting lobster. From Guyana, the Guyana government has put on hold the multi-million-dollar expansion of the Chedai-Jagan International Airport until the contractor, China Harbor's engineering company, is cleared of all allegations of corruption. From Jamaica, the Ministry of National Security has signed a follow-on military co-op agreement with China, under which that country will provide military aid to Jamaica valued at 136 million Jamaican dollars, or 1.5 million U.S. From Suriname, Suriname and the U.S. have signed a draft open skies agreement that they say will expand air travel between the two countries. And in your cricket update, there's really not much of an update besides to say that rain has forced the abandonment of the third and final one-day international series between England and the West Indies today. Please be sure to check our Facebook page for all full details on stories in the Caribbean Report. Now we have some important information for all Central High School students. News Channel 8's Wes Small files this report.
Thank God it's Friday here on the campus of Central High School. Kind of quiet now. Great breeze in the courtyard with Miss Denise Combs here at Central. She is the director of the swing program. We had her on last year, and you talk about freshmen, incoming freshmen, how to take their college prep courses or whatever you have in mind. And then she's going to talk about another program with the sophomores on up. Well, welcome. Good to have you here again, and tell us what's going on.
Well, thank you, Wes, and good evening to the viewing audience. At Central High School, we have wonderful things going on, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to share that with the public. We have, for the 4th year in a row, the SWING program, which is an acronym for Summer Workshops for Incoming 9th Graders, where we bring in our new 9th graders from our feeder junior high schools and the private school transfers to get them academically, socially, and mentally ready for the 9th grade. Across the nation, we have an issue with 9th graders where they experience the highest retention rate of all students across from K through 12. So we really like to get them in, give them some extra academic skills, talk to them about making good decisions, that kind of thing, familiarize them with the campus, they get to know administration, some faculty and staff, so that on day one they're not as anxious as the typical 9th grader would be.
Parents and guardians want to get their children, the students, into the swing program. What do they do?
Well, we're having a meeting this evening, but on Monday morning, first thing Monday morning at 8 o'clock, they can come to our school's cafeteria and register their students. We have a limited amount of space available, so we recommend that you come as early as possible. If you don't have school insurance, there is a $20 fee for insurance, and that's the only fee we're charging for our students. transportation after the program is provided back to the students' homes, and school lunch is also provided too. So it's a win-win, as you say, Wes, situation for our students here.
All right. Now, Ms. Gomes, explain to us what's up for the sophomores and up.
Well, this year for the first time we're doing a program of arts and trades exploration program for our current Central High students. So those students who don't have a job, just sitting at home, getting fat on the couch watching TV, they can feel free to come down to Central High on Monday as well. 8 o'clock in our cafeteria, we'll be doing registration. We're offering some wonderful programs like photography, filmmaking, visual arts, dance, drama, culinary arts. We're learning how to cook various dishes here, carpentry, a myriad of artistic programs for our students to get them hands-on experience. And then we have an entrepreneurial twist where we're going to show them how they can use these skills to make money for themselves in the future.
Here at Central High School, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
It's that time of year again, time to register for the VI Idol contest. Let's take a look.
Well, Rashidi Clennon, Sunstroke Promotions, Caribbean Education Initiative, and I'm honored to team up with LP Entertainment, 6th annual Virgin Islands Idol. This thing has been in the makings for a while now. We've discussed it before, but finally we're putting it together that we're actually going to have a show, an elimination show on St. Croix, as well as Tortola. Now, I'm not involved in the Tortola show. However, the moves that LP Entertainment is making, I'm proud to be a part of it in any aspect, and that aspect is St. Croix. And we're just trying to get the best talent out there. Caribbean Education Initiative is all about putting forward our young talent, and we feel like this is a great opportunity, and also it's a fundraising opportunity. As everybody knows, Caribbean Education Initiative is primarily funded by Tim Duncan, but we want to be self-sufficient. We also want to do more things in the community, and we believe that this fundraiser is one of those things. And LP Entertainment is providing an avenue through music for youngsters to get an education, to get a musical career, and we find that to be very important. So July 28th is going down on St. Croix, and tomorrow is your last day to register. And I want people to realize that it only costs $25 to register, and Aliko, the president of LP Entertainment, is going to tell you why it's so important.
Offering $3,000 to the winner as part of the prizes, along with a 10-song album deal with LP Records, a music video, via Idol Award, and lots of other sponsored prizes. But the main inspiration about the VI Idol is to encourage the talent to come out and be exposed. Come out. If you don't know about VI Idol, you can go on viidol.com, go on vilpentertainment.com, and all the information is on the website.
I want my Crucians out there representing. Of course, you know, we got talent. They got a lot of talent here in St. Thomas and Tortola as well. But I rooted for the home team. So I'm hoping that a lot of Crucians go out and register. I'm going to be the host on the 28th. We're going to have a good time. So I want everybody to make it out to Urban Threads, Rhythms. Get your registration in tomorrow. Saturday is the deadline. It's very important that you register in order to compete.
Definitely. And also, the outlets for sign up are Rhythms in St. Croix and Urban Threads. All right, so you can go to Urban Threads, ask for Paul, go to Rhythms, ask for TP. Get your application, turn it back in before the deadline tomorrow, which is the end of store hours. So definitely tomorrow is the deadline. Get your applications in.
Thanks, Rashidi. Coming up, it's your entertainment report.
This newscast has been sponsored by Mario's Virgin Crystal. Let us save you the hassle of lugging those jugs around. Purified bottled water conveniently delivered to your home or office. Also available in your favorite grocery store. Call 773-2810.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
Now here's Bogle with your entertainment report.
Thank you very much, Stacy. Good evening to everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of the Entertainment Report. And we're going to start off as usual on a Friday night. You're looking some place to go on a Friday night, definitely you can go on down to the Frontline nightclub down there in Estate Calcahoon for Fire Fridays. All your top DJs from the different radio stations and who play around the island will be there at this club, and they'll be turning a lot of good music for you, and also you can win a small cash prize, which means a lot in these times. All right, and then also you're looking some place where you can go on down to Classic Corner, right down there on the corner by Public Safety in Golden Grove, and you can party over there. Also, you can shoot some pool, win some money. That's right, that's tonight and Thursday nights. They also have things there to eat, so you can check it out. And then on Saturday from 9 to 12, it's all about karaoke. From 9 p.m. until 12, it's all about karaoke. Just go down there and have some fun, shoot some pool. They have some drink specials also. Go and have a good time with some peaceful set of people who will be hanging out there. And then we're going to move on to tell you about other things that's happening. Of course, you got to remember the St. Kitts Music Festival. It's definitely here. Kicks off the 28th of June. That's right, that's next week Thursday. So I hope you got your reservations already. On the Thursday night, you're going to have the likes of Marshall Montano. Of course, you're going to have Crossfire. And you're going to have all the soca artists from St. Kitts. They're going to be there performing, who took part in the 2011-2012 Carnival celebration and place. So you got to go and check that out. All right, and then the Friday night, you're going to have the likes of Popcorn and Morgan Heritage. And of course, people like Junior Gang, who's going to be there performing also. So you got to check it out. And on the Saturday, Tony Braxton, Roberta Flack, Omarion, plus more. So you definitely, trust me, I got to say definitely about 10 times. You got to get down to St. Kitts for the music festival, the Sweet 16 St. Kitts Music Festival. It promises to be one that you're going to never forget. And then we're going to tell you about next week, Saturday, June 30th, here on the Big Island of St. Croix. It's all about the big concert featuring Gramps Morgan from the Virgin Islands. You're going to have Pressure. And of course, you're going to have Batch with his band. You're going to have the Mad Rasterity. And you're going to have the MCing done by DJ Eddie of the Caribbean Link Up 103.5. You can still get your tickets at Strictly the Best, Urban Treads, and of course you can get them from Rhythms in Christianstead, Natural Expressions down on the west side. So you definitely want to check out this concert because it's promised to be a concert that you don't want to miss. Gramps Morgan coming to promote his brand new CD right here in St. Croix at the Randall Dock James Racetrack, all courtesy of BCJ Promotions. And then we're going to tell you about the Sunday. You're looking someplace to go Sunday, July 1st. Nice Guy Promotion presents to you Stop the Violence. Music will be provided by Fire Train. And it's at the Courtyard in Christianstead. You pay $15 at the door. For more information, you can call 626-4156. Let's stop taking our own brothers and sisters' life and settle down, build a family, find a wife. So definitely these are the things that's happening here and around the Big Island of St. Croix. Remember, you can join me each and every week here for the entertainment report. Whatever you do it peacefully. If you drink, just don't drive. Back to you, Stacey.